Hey guys, so happy Sunday. I wanted to connect with you guys because there is a uptick of AI stuff. So a few of you asked me in the group about AI. I've been joking around and playing around with it on social media. You have probably seen these fake photos of me that I've been using, and I've been doing that intentionally for you guys to cue up your ears to pay attention. This is all intentional. And here's why. I wrote an article for our local paper. It's supposed to publish in January. As soon as it's published, I will drop the link for you guys here. But in the meantime, I want to give you some insider tips on things that are going on with the IRS and some actual legitimate proof as to say what I'm talking about is actually happening. This is not this is not a made up tale. This is not some far-fetched story. This is not some hyper rich guy, okay, that is making millions of dollars, okay? And what the IRS is doing is they're using bots, AI technology that is going after people. Now, I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but if you don't know, I focus a lot on tax resolution and going head to head with the IRS on a day-to-day basis. That's part of what I do. And launching as well, we're launching our advisory branch to integrate that with what we're doing and helping our clients, because we're seeing so many people get relief and then they go backwards where they get back in trouble because they have all this money and don't know what to do with it. So that's the first thing. But what we're also seeing on the relief side, I brought that up to tell you a little bit on the relief side. What we're also seeing is that the IRS has automated. It's an automated system that they turn back on. They turned it on for federal employees, right? So if you're a federal employee and you actually owe the IRS, they're just going in and taking that money out of your paycheck because you are not supposed to technically owe the government and still get paid by them. Okay? I had this happen with one of my clients in Connecticut. 55% of his income was levied every single month until he paid off that balance. Okay? 55 stinking percent. Now, to get back to what I'm talking about, we're seeing the IRS going after old people. If you're over 65, I'm sorry. Older people, the more mature people, right? People who, some of them have retired and they're not working. They don't have another stream of income apart from Social Security or what their daughters or sons or grandbabies send them. And they owe the IRS. And the IRS is now going after their stable income, which is like Social Security. And they're using this, they're getting to this by using bots, okay? And it's taking this garnishing people. And I can't stress enough the importance of having a plan in place going into 2026 to help you if you're in that position where you owe the IRS, the reason why you need to actually get out or get some kind of plan in place before the AI technology catches up to you. Okay? So, if you're a nurse, we really need to talk. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the exempt status. Whew. This is a phenomenon that is going around on Instagram. I've seen it on TikTok that influencers who are not tax people, they're not EAs, they're not tax attorneys, they're not CPAs, right? And they're giving you strategies for you to run with without giving you the backfill of the information, the nitty gritty of what actually goes on with your particular situation. That's the reason why you need a tax professional who knows your unique situation, because it could be a simple tweak of a word placed before it would be two words, and you place one, rearrange them, and that changes the entire picture. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm just saying that simply because I want you to be educated and aware of what's going on in your own finances so you don't end up with penalties and interest. Now, there was this guy from Myrtle Beach. Go look it up. It's a recent happening. Happened just in November 2025, just a few days ago. He got arrested and carted off to jail for owing under about $19,000. $19,000, okay? So when I say that the IRS, the states are getting wonky, they're getting crazy, the way that the politics of this country is, and I'm not talking about red team or blue team, I'm just talking about tax law, okay? The way that certain things have been set in motion, okay? These are, the IRS backed off in a sense, in one way, makes the states more aggressive, okay? And when the IRS upticks certain things, the states get more aggressive on certain other things. I don't know if you guys saw a video I did about a CP 504. And the CP 504 is that final notice to say, hey, that the IRS sends out that says, hey, we've warned you, we've talked to you about it, and you have done nothing. So we're going to, this is your last chance before we take your stuff. Okay? Well, one of the things that's missing in that is that if you live in a state, so I live in Texas, but some of you guys live in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Florida doesn't have state tax. If you live in a state that has state taxes, once you get that, the IRS, through the state, through the IRS, could actually claim and keep your state refund. Okay? And by that time, it's too late to do anything. Almost impossible to get that money back. Ask me, I've tried. Okay? So, what I want you guys to really pay attention to is as you go into 2026, which is 3 days away to be exact, you are going to be asked by your employer, if you're straddling the fence and you have a W-2 and you also work your small business, for your W-2, part of the HR rhythm is going to be in the new year to ask you if you want to adjust your withholdings. If you have a bunch of kids or you're married, you're still young meaning you're under 80, you're still working, the kind of things like that, you want to be able to plan accordingly so that you do not use the term exempt. If you're planning on working at all, and even for people who don't work and they have earned income through like stocks and annuities and stuff like that, that requires you to pay taxes, you're not exempt. Okay? It's a trap. And it's a trap that landed this guy into prison. He filed exempt for 2021, 22, 23, and then for 2024, he didn't bother to file his tax return and they locked him up. So I hope this is like eye-opening for you to let you know that it is coming. Okay? It's not coming. It's already here. The IRS shut down last week temporarily to get their system so there's no returns that are being e-filed, and they will reopen shortly. But in the meantime, the automated levy system is still on. Things still happen. Letters still get sent out. Okay? And if you are in that zone where you're like, I will just take care of that later, then I want to advise you to figure out what that later is and get a plan in place so that you are not succumbing to an automated levy going into 2026 that's draining your bank account, that's locking up your assets and things like that, and frustrating the life out of you when you could have been doing other things with your life. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I know that was a lot. I'm trying to get it to you as quickly as I can without overwhelming you. If you have questions, feel free to drop them below. There is also a weekly question post that goes up in this group that you guys are able to get your questions answered. Let me know if you have questions, and I look forward to see you guys in the next video. Have a great afternoon. Bye.